Absolutely, best feeling ever. It felt like winning the lottery.
I can remember I read the letter about 4 or 5 times because the brain couldn't comprehend what I was reading, and I was like, oh my gosh, so what does this mean? But I was really pleased.
Brilliant, because I was so nervous. The assessment centre, you had to do lots of different things. It wasn't just a straight interview. So I was really nervous, but just brilliant once I knew I'd been accepted.
There was 4 lots of courses that we had to go on, each lasting 2 or 3 days at a time, and they are pretty intense. You do get a lot of work and you do get a lot of homework that you have to get done before you get to the next session that you have to attend. So it isn't just while you're in the classroom as well. There's activities, there's things that you have to do, there's you have to get write-ups, witness statements, but that's all building your portfolio that you have to put in towards the end, and you don't realise that you're doing it once you get on it and once you get into the swing of things. But to start off with, for me personally, I haven't done anything since my children have been at school, so that was a bit of a challenge for me too personally.
I think that's where your management skills comes into it, because you're managing your own time, you're managing your own diary, so it's basically doing to you what you know you can fit in, because you also still have to have your life as well. So I think if you're in the classroom, you try and put into your portfolio as much so that when you come out of the classroom, you're not managing so much that side of it, you're doing more going out in the field and doing recruiting, things like that. So it's finding the balance.
I had an excellent coach, Mark Todd, fantastic, A1, and every time I needed him, he was there. If he wasn't on phone, he was at my side, so I didn't have no problems whatsoever.
We've got the support of the tutors, and especially my AO, if I can give her a little heads up, Pooh Baden. She was marvellous, absolutely marvellous. The support is there. If you feel that you're waning, you call them.
Because you do training, you do certain amounts of training. I think it's like 12 days training, and then you've got the training officer there to support you, and the clerical staff, because you're making that portfolio as well. Clerical staff are great at giving you a hand with that. They also help you by informing you about inductions and times and places where you're going to be. Then you've got in the Glasgow office, the DO and the DDO are both in there. So you meet with them as well. Everybody I've met on this has been really supportive, and then you've got your AO, your mentor.
More confident altogether, more knowledgeable. Yeah, I can take it forward.
I'd have to say the same, confidence has grown. For me, going into retail, I suppose you look at store managers and HR managers as God sort of things, but more and more dealings with them, you break down the barriers, and they come to accept you. You walk into a workplace, and they're just like, go around, see the members. It just breaks down those barriers. There's no divisions anymore.
I would certainly recommend it, yes. I think it's a good developmental tool for the individual. You become a lot more confident, you can deal with a lot more situations. You meet a lot of really nice people as well.
I think anybody could do it, but if they're interested in it, anybody can do it. Tough probably the first couple of weeks to get the balance right, but once you get the flow going as such, then you can organise appointments and whatever else that needs to be organised, and between your working life as well.
While I've been going out, I've been saying, have you been on the academy to reps? And if they've said no, I said, why don't you try it? It's fantastic. You'll gain so much.
To tell you the truth, just speak to any rep, speak to your AO, they'll tell you how great it is, but probably just go for it and experience it yourself and find out what it's like.
It will be strange. Coming up to Christmas time as well, peak. I need to know if I remember my passwords. I need to remember how to do refunds. I need to remember that I'm dealing with customers now and not store members and non-members. So it's going to be a challenge, but I'm sure it'll be fine.
Absolutely miserable. Do not want to go back to work whatsoever. Keep on asking for an extended secondment. Whether or not that's going to happen, we'll have to wait and see.
I'm actually more daunting going back to work than what I was going to the academy. I really just, and because of the knowledge that you've got and what procedures are and different things like that, it's taking it back to the workplace, because when you first do it, you think you're doing everything right, but once you learn it, I'm going to actually enjoy that side of taking it back and putting it into practice.
Sad. Actually quite sad about coming back to work. Excited, but sad, because I've enjoyed what I'm doing, and I'm excited as well for going back and giving those ideas.